about the chapter today. So I will start with my PPT. Kindly concentrate on the PPT, okay? Because we will study the chapter with our PPT only. We will study with the slides. I will show you the slides, and according with the slides only, we will start the discussion of the topic. Okay, so student, previous one, chapter number 5, water for every household. So we will start with the introduction first. We need water all the time. Yes, we all need water for various purposes. We use water for our day-to-day life. Yes, there are so many different ways of using water, and we all require water for drinking, cooking, and for various purposes. That means we require water for all the time. We have to store water in the house so that we can get it whenever we need it. So what do we do when when water comes in our pipelines? We store water in the barrels, in the drums, in the buckets, okay, in the bottles. Why do we store that water? Because whenever we need water, whenever we are in the need of that water, we will consume that water whenever we need. In the emergency, if the water is not coming for 2 to 3 days, what will happen? We will use this water whenever we need it. So we store the water in our house in the different ways. Earlier, brass and copper pots as well as earthen pots were used to store water. In the early days, in the olden days, what happened? People used to store water in the brass and copper pots. Now also, when you visit the native place or in your houses also, you must be seeing that your parents are storing the water in the brass vessels, in the copper vessels. Yes, in the steel vessels, your parents are storing the water. Even there are earthen pots which we use in our household. Yes, we are having earthen pots in our houses, and we store this water because we need all this water in our day-to-day life for various purposes. People also build tanks in their houses to store water. Now, in the big bungalows are there, big bungalows are there, big cottages are there. What people do, they build the tanks. Yes, they build the water tanks in their own houses so that large amount of water is stored in the tanks, and whenever there is a shortage of water, these people can utilize the water from their tanks. They can use the water from their own tanks which is built in their own houses. Nowadays, steel or plastic is also used to make different containers for storing water. Yes, you must have seen there are so many kinds of, so many varieties of bottles are there. Yes, so many big distilled bottles are there. The containers are there which is used to store the water. Even the steel vessels are also used to store the water. In the houses, you can see the steel vessels are usually kept to store the water. Yes, even the plastic bottles are used to store the water. When you buy a Bisleri bottle out from the shop, you will see it is usually made of the plastic, and the water is stored in that plastic bottle. So nowadays, people are also making the use of this steel and plastic to store the water, because water is needed for everyone and we require water for drinking. So these are the common uses of water. Okay, now let's see the images here. So you can see there are the tanks are there. Yes, the pots are there, the brass vessel is there, even the plastic containers are there which is used for storing the water. Nowadays all these things are even available in the houses also. People used to use these things in the olden days, but still people are using all these types of containers and vessels to store the water. Now, how we should take care of this water? Yes, it is very important for us to take care of the water, because we need water to consume. We need water to use it for day-to-day life. Yes, water is the important factor of our life. We cannot survive without water. All the living things need water. All the living things require water for their day-to-day purposes. Now it is very important for us to take care of the water, because if we don't take proper care of the water, our water will be getting spoiled. Yes, the germs will sit on the water, the dust will sit on the water, and what happens if we consume this dirty water, the dusty water, we will fall sick. So it is very important for us to take proper care of the water. Now let us come to the topic care for drinking water. To ensure good hygiene, we must have safe drinking water. To ensure good hygiene means to keep ourselves, to maintain our hygiene, to maintain our body, to maintain our health. It is very important for us to have safe drinking water. We should always use safe drinking water. We should never drink the water which is left uncovered, okay, which is open, where the bottles are open, if the container is open, if the vessels are kept open, we should never consume that water because it is full of dust. Yes, the dust comes from outside and it settles on the water. So if we consume that water, we will fall sick. So it is very important to keep a good hygiene for safe drinking water. If we consume contaminated water, it can cause disease. Yes, in the rainy season, what happens? Usually during the rainy season, the water comes in the contaminated forms. Yes, you can see even the smell is different. Okay, you can see the water, sometimes it comes yellowish color. Even in the taps, the water comes or dirty water starts coming during the rainy season. So what we have to do, we have to boil that water. Okay, we have to boil that water so that the germs will be dead. Okay, the bacteria present in the water will die when we boil that water. So it is very important for us to keep the water safe. We should never consume contaminated water, because if we consume this contaminated water, we may get certain diseases. We may fall sick. We may get vomiting, dysentery, diarrhea. Yes, all these diseases usually happens during the rainy season. So we should always consume good and safe water. That is why we take special care of water. We store for drinking and cooking. So whatever the water we use for drinking, whatever the water is used for cooking, we usually see the water is kept in a clean place. Yes, it is properly closed. The lids are properly covered on the vessels. When you enter in the kitchen, you must have seen your mama has kept the big vessels properly covered with the water. Yes, on top of the water, your mama must be keeping big plates so that nothing of the dust will enter the water. Okay, so we should take the proper care of the water, especially for drinking and cooking purpose, which we use this water. We must keep drinking water container clean, okay, and covered. So whatever you're taking the water, either it may be from the bottle, or it may be a glass, or it may be a vessel, you should always keep it covered. Okay, even if you take from the brass vessel, or even if you take from the earthen pots, you must see that the vessels or the pots are properly covered. Okay, this prevents dust and other rubbish from entering the water. Now what happens if you keep the water open? Automatically the dust from the outside, from the windows, will come and settle on the water, and unknowingly if we consume this water, we will fall sick. So it is very important for us to take care of our water. Yes, we should see that the water is properly covered. If we dip our hands in the water to take it out, the dirt on our hands can enter the water. Now what happens when you play outside in the gardens, okay, with your friends? You come from that garden, from the dirty place, and you feel thirsty, and you don't wash your hands, and you put it in that dirty hands, you put it in the water, you will be consuming the dirty water. Yes, the entire water will be getting dirty, and that same dirty water will be consumed by everyone. So what happens? It affects the health of our family also, and automatically it affects your health also. So before consuming the water, we should always wash our hands thoroughly. Okay, we should not put the hands in the water containers. Whatever water you're consuming, you should see that your hands are properly cleaned. Okay, if we dip our hands in our water, okay, so we should use a dipper to take the water, and we replace the lid at once. In the first picture, can you see? Okay, there is a dipper on the pots. Yes, there is a dipper on the pots. What do you mean by dipper? आपण वगराळ म्हणतो ना. Yes, पाण्यावरती ठेवतो, कळशीवरती, हंड्यावरती मम्मा ठेवत असेल ना, मडक्यावरती वगराळ ठेवतो आपण. ते कशासाठी यूज करतो? पाणी काढण्यासाठी. So that dipper, we must use that dipper to take the water from the pots or utensils that are kept in your kitchen. Okay, so that the water does not even get contaminated and the dirt also does not go in the water. So we should always use the dipper for taking out the water, and immediately we should cover it with the lid. The best method of taking water is to have a tap on the container. Okay, now when you see outside, when you buy a pot, when you buy the certain pots, what you will see, usually there are taps are there. Yes, nowadays the pots are having the top, the taps are there in the, it is attached to the container. Yes, the pots are having the taps attached to them, so it is very safe for drinking the water. Neither our dirty hands will go, neither the dirty dipper will go inside, so it is very safe for consuming the water, because whenever you want the water, you can go and easily open the tap and you can consume the water. So no, there is no way of putting our dirty hands or dirty dipper in the water. This becomes easier to take the water and also prevents contamination. Yes, as I told you, it prevents the water and it helps to prevent the contamination of the water. When the water in the container is finished, we wash the container well before refilling it. Okay, what happens when the water is finished or it is about to get finished? What happens? We will usually start washing the container. We will wash that pot before refilling it, because we want to fill fresh water in the pot. So what we will do, we will throw away that water which is there from 2 to 3 days and we will fill the container with the new and fresh water. If we take such care of drinking water remains clean. Okay, if we take proper care of the water, we will see that nothing comes and sits on the water, nothing dirt particle or the dust particle settle on the water. We should always cover the lid with the, we should always cover the vessel with the lid. Okay, we should always take safety precautions for seeing that our water is not contaminated in any ways. So it is very important for us to prevent the water so we can consume the fresh drinking water and clean drinking water in our day-to-day life. Now we will learn about the overhead water tanks. Now what are these overhead water tanks? Okay, students, now when we all are staying in the buildings, yes, okay, we all are staying in the buildings. Okay, in the buildings you must have seen there are big tanks are there on the terrace. Yes, big tanks are there, black color big tanks are there, white color big tanks are stored, are attached on the roof of the building or on the terrace of the building. Now what is the use of this? For what purpose this overhead water tanks are used? They store large amount of water. Okay, they store large amount of water in that tanks, and because of that, entire society, entire building is getting the supply of water. Now you must have seen when you visit the terrace, when you go to terrace for play, you must have seen there are big black color tanks are there. Yes, white color tanks are there. It is there now on your terrace. So that is used for storing the large amount of water. Large quantity of amount of water is stored in that tanks. Large cement or plastic tanks are installed on the roofs of big buildings. Water from these tanks can be piped to the kitchen, bathrooms, toilets in these buildings. Now, as I told you, there are pipelines attached to this water tanks. There are so many pipelines attached to the water tanks, and the water is supplied through this water tanks in the houses of the building, or the people who are staying in the building. The water is supplied to the kitchen, bathroom, toilets, etc. for the day-to-day use of the life. When taps are fitted on the pipes, water can be taken or shut off according to the need. Now, whenever you need water, you can on the tap, you can off the tap. Okay, because whenever the water is continuously getting the supply from the tanks, yes, the tanks are filled with the large amount of water, and whenever you require that water, you can use from that pipe. Because these pipes are being attached with the taps. So whenever you require the water, you can on the tap and you can off the tap. You can use the water as per your requirements. This is how water from just one tank can be obtained at several places in the building at the same time. Now there are 2 to 3 tanks which are situated or placed on the terrace. What happens? There are so many pipelines attached to that water tank, and from that water tank, this entire society, the entire building is getting the supply of the water. Entire house, there are so many houses are there. Yes, there are so many flats are there. All the flats in the building are getting the water supply because of this water tanks. See how you can see the picture, like this picture you must have seen, like this tanks you must have seen when you go and play on your terrace. Okay, like this tanks are situated, like these tanks are made, they are placed on the roofs of the terrace, and even you can see the pipelines are attached to the tanks, and the water is supplied through these pipelines in the kitchen and the bathroom, toilets, etc. Now we will see water supply for a human settlement. Okay, we will see water supply for a human settlement. As I told you, water is a important source of life. Yes, and we cannot stay without water for a second also. So it is very important for a human settlement of a, because human need this water, and water is the main supply for everything. Now let us learn about this water for human settlement. Lakes, rivers, reservoirs are our sources of water. Yes, in the picture you can see the lakes, rivers and the other reservoirs are the sources of water. The large amount of water is stored in all these reservoirs, lakes and rivers. From where does this water come? From the rain. The main source of water is the rain, and large amount of water is been flowing throughout the year in the reservoirs, lakes and rivers. They are often at long distance from our houses. Now all these places are very far away from the houses. Yes, it is not very nearby to our house. The dam is not nearby our house. Neither the lake, river or oceans are very nearby our house. They are mostly present on a large distance away from our house. It is difficult to collect water from such distant places. Now we cannot, if we require water, one bucket water if I require, will I go to the river? Yes, or I will go to the ocean to bring the water? No, it is not possible for me to go and bring and collect the water from such places, because all these places are situated far away from the distance of our houses. Besides, we cannot be assured that the water can be used as it for drinking, and we are not even sure whether the water comes flowing from this river, oceans, lakes, or from this reservoir is safe for drinking or no, because sometimes this water is full of contaminated. Yes, this water is full of germs, it is full of bacteria, and we neither know how this water is flowing, from where does this water exactly flows. So it may be contaminated also, and we are not sure that the water which get flooded from all these places is safe for drinking or not. That is why a large water sources is identified near a settlement. So there are settlements made near our houses from where this water gets stored in this all settlements. Okay, all this water is stored in such places, and water from it is brought through large pipes to a common place. Now there are certain big pipelines are attached to this water settlements, and you can see whenever you visit certain places, whenever you visit certain cities, you can see there are big water pipes are there. Yes, the pipelines are there which are full of water, where a large quantity of water is being supplied throughout. The flow of water is taking place in that big pipelines, and from that pipelines it is attached to the settlement of the human need. There is the water is made safe for drinking. This is called purification of water. Now these pipelines are attached to the big factories, big industries, where the water is getting purified. Yes, where water is getting purified, and once the water is purified, it is automatically being sent to the pipelines from where we can get the safe drinking water. Arrangement are made to distribute this water all over the town and city. This is called distribution of water. Now, when the water is purified, once the water is purified, it gets collected in the pipelines. Yes, from that pipeline, it flows towards our places, towards our building, towards our city, and the different places where these people are living. And from that, we get the drinking water. Okay, we get the drinking water all over the town and cities, getting this drinking water, and this source of water is known as distribution of water. Yes, this source of water is known as the distribution of water because the water is getting distributed in so many cities, so many towns, so many villages, and so many places. Now let us study about water tanks at height. Okay. Now students, when you have seen this water tanks, yes, you have seen this water tanks. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना पानी का बड़ा बड़ा टंकी रहता है. Yes, you have seen. Now they are so big compared to the overhead water tanks which are placed on our terrace roof. Yes, they are compared to that. These water tanks are very big. They are very huge, and a large quantity of water is stored in this high water tanks. Yes, this large quantity of water is stored in the height of this water tanks. Now, how this water gets collected in that height of the water tanks? Yes, we will see how the water is getting collected in at the height of that water tanks which are situated on the tops. We know that water flows downwards, but if we want to lift water upward, we have to use some force. To do that, we need the use of machine. Okay, we know that water seeps into the ground. Yes, the rainwater seeps into the ground, and the water is getting collected in the ground. From the ground only the water is getting supplied. So that water has to be collected in this big water tanks. So it is not possible for us to collect the water from the ground, go up, climb upstairs and put the water, fill the water tank. Yes, it is not possible for us to do all that thing. So some force is required to fill this water tanks. Yes, some force is required to fill this water tank. So we use heavy machines. Yes, there are heavy machines are there, heavy pipes are there which are being attached to the ground, and because of that heavy force the water gets collected in this heavy tanks, in these huge tanks which are built at the height. Machines used for lifting water are called pumps. Now these machines which are used for lifting the water from the ground to the upward in the big water tanks which are placed at the height is known as the pumps. They are called the water pumps. Pumps run on diesel or electricity. Yes, they are so huge. The machine is so heavy that it requires the electricity or diesel for running. Before electricity was discovered, it was not possible to raise water to a great height. Yes, in some places nowadays also, even before the electricity supply is not so good. So the places where this electricity was not there and the water tanks were built on the height, it was not possible for to collect the water at such heighted places. Yes, it was not possible for the groundwater to be collected at such heighted. So what happened? There was a scarcity of water in many places. Yes, still now there is a scarcity of water in many places. People are not able to get proper water. Even the big water tanks are supplied to the height. Because what happens, so many places are there where people are still facing the problem of electricity, they are still facing the problem of water, and because there is no electricity, no water can be supplied to the water tanks. But electric pump can help us to do that. Hence water can be filled in tanks at the height and supplied from there to towns and cities. Yes, the electric pumps are now made available in each village. Some villages, some cities, the electric pipes are made available so that the water is getting collected in these big tanks which are situated at the height, and the water is filled from the ground, and from that tanks the water is supplied all over the towns and the cities. Such tanks are used to store the water, use the water purification plant. and according to the need of water is released from the tanks through big pipes. Yes, whenever there is a need of water, yes, this water is getting supplied from these water tanks which are situated at the height. Now journey of water from source to house. Now you can see the picture how the water is flowing. Yes, from the water tank, from the rain, it is getting to a purification center and then it is going to the water tower, and then from the pipelines are made in which the water is situated, the water is getting collected and then it is supplied to the houses of different cities and towns and villages. This pipe branches out into many smaller pipes which lead to the water to different areas around the large water tanks. Now students, these water tanks which are situated at the height are also having the small pipes, yes, which are situated around the areas, okay, in the different areas these pipelines are situated. And even in the large water tanks, you have seen the water tanker. Yes, you have seen the water tanker. It is having such a huge quantity of water present in that tank, and there is a big pipe from which the water is supplied to the people. Even nowadays the people are using these water tankers to get the sufficient water, because there is scarcity of water in so many places. People are not able to get the water. So what this water tanker has been called, they usually call this water tanker, and a big pipe is there which is situated, which is attached to that tanker, and the people get the water from that tanker. In a particular area, the pipe branches out into a smaller and smaller pipes which take water to every house. Now you have seen, yes, in the buildings also you can see there are so many pipes tied together. Why these pipes are tied together? Yes, so it cannot, it should not get disturbed, or cannot, it should not get distributed anywhere. It should not lie down here and there. So these pipes are attached to each other. Okay. Now these pipes are all connected to your houses. All these pipes are connected to your houses, and we get the supply of water in the kitchen, toilets and bathroom. And whenever we require this water, when the water comes in that pipe, we can use this water. Even today, in some places, water is drawn from wells or bore wells for the use at home, but it needs to be ensured that the water is potable. Now, students, in the villages, when you visit your village, when you visit your native place, you can still see people are taking the water from the wells and bore wells. Yes, people are still taking, using this water from the wells and bore wells to drink, for cooking, for washing clothes. But we should see that if they are using for drinking purpose, it should be potable water. Yes, the water should be clean, because they are using for cooking and drinking purposes. So it is very important for seeing that the water should be potable. It should be boiled for the purpose of drinking, so that so it will not endanger our health. Yes, before drinking the water, when the water is collected from this borewell and wells, we should see that the water is properly boiled. Yes, before drinking, we should properly boil the water. Not only from the wells or bore wells, even the water which is coming from your pipelines through your taps, we should see that when you keep that water collected in some vessel, it should be properly boiled, so that the germs and bacteria whichever are present in that, it kills the germs and bacteria after boiling, and it won't affect our health. In some places, water is supplied by transporting by the means of tankers. As I told you in the picture, you can see there are so many places where the scarcity of water takes place. So people usually call these tankers, and the tankers are filled with large quantity of water, and there are pipes attached to these tankers which helps the people to give the water. Okay, so this was about the chapter, and our chapter ends here. Okay, our chapter ends here. So everybody understood about the chapter. Okay, why water is very important for the household. Everybody understood. Okay, before I start with the video, let me know my video is audible and visible to everyone. Chetna teacher?
Yes, teacher.
You listen.
Hello children. Today in EVS 1 for Standard 4, we are going to learn a new lesson, water for every household. In our previous lessons related to water, we learned the different sources of water, the different methods of filtration and settling to make water safe for drinking. In our today's lesson, we are going to learn the different ways in which water can be stored in our houses. How does water reach our homes? And the ways in which we can save water. We need water all the time. Water is very essential for all living things. We need water for different purposes like drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, washing, watering the plants, etc. We store water in different containers in our houses. When we need water, we use it. Earlier, brass and copper pots as well as earthen pots were used to store water. Huge tanks are used to store more capacity of water in houses or on top of buildings. Nowadays, steel or plastic is also used to make different containers for storing water. Now we shall learn about how to take care of drinking water. Drinking water should always be covered with a proper lid to avoid dust and germs from entering it. Contaminated water can cause diseases. To ensure good hygiene, we must have safe drinking water. That is why we take special care of water we store for drinking and cooking. If we dip our hands in the water to take it out, the dirt on our hands can enter the water. So we use a dipper to take the water and we replace the lid at once. But the best method of taking water is to have a tap on the container. This way it becomes easier to take the water and it also prevents contamination. When the water in a container is finished, we wash the container well before refilling it. If we take such care, drinking water remains clean. Water never becomes stale. Some people believe that the previous day's drinking water must be thrown away and fresh water stored every day because the previous day's water becomes stale. But this is a misconception. Throwing away that water amounts to wasting good water. We can use this water for washing, watering the plants, etc. Now let's see an experiment how water is supplied to different places at the same time. Take a plastic bottle. Cut off its upper narrow portion. Make 4 small holes on the 4 sides of the bottle near its base. Take 4 straws and fix each of it to the 4 holes tightly. Fill the bottle with water. What do you see? Water flows from all the 4 tubes. What does this tell us? Using pipes, we can distribute water stored in one place to several different places at the same time. Now we shall learn about supply of water. Water stored at one place can be supplied to several places by proper distribution. For this purpose, huge tanks are installed on the roofs or terrace of buildings. Water from these tanks can be piped to the kitchens, bathrooms, toilets in these buildings. When taps are fitted on the pipes, water can be taken or shut off according to the need. This is how water from just one tank can be cleaned at several places in a building at the same time. Water supply for a human settlement. Water for a town or a city comes from lakes, rivers, reservoirs, etc. Large pipes are used to take water to a purification center. In the purification center, the water is chemically treated. This is also known as a water treatment plant or the filtration unit. Strong, huge pumps push this water through the pipes. Why do we need pumps? It is because water always flows downwards, but we want to lift water upwards to all the tanks in the buildings. So we have to use some force. A machine used for lifting water are called pumps. Pumps run on diesel or electricity. So to supply water in the cities or towns, we need many strong and huge pumps. Water is taken out through closed pipes so that no dirt or germs can get mixed with the water. The water comes first in water tanks in your area. In many houses or buildings, there are big water tanks at the top. From these tanks, water comes to our taps through smaller pipes. We fill up water in that tank, and then through smaller pipes from these tanks, the water comes to the taps in the house. And then when we turn on the tap, we get water. So this way is the journey of water from source to house. Even today, in some places, water is drawn from wells or bore-wells. In some places where there is shortage of water, it is supplied by means of tankers. We must always remember that water needs to be always potable so that our health is not endangered. We use water from the wells, bore wells, tankers, or from wherever we use. See that water is safe for drinking. Drinking water must always be boiled at least for 15 minutes so that the germs in it will die and water is safe for drinking. What can we do to save water? While brushing, we can turn the tap off to save water. While washing our hands, when we are applying the soap, we can turn the tap off to save water, and once we want to rinse our hands, we can turn on the tap. If we see any taps leaking in our houses, buildings, schools, or anywhere else in our surroundings, it has to be repaired immediately to avoid wastage of water. Every drop of water counts, so reduce your use. And we need to save water as it is valuable, so take good care of it. Hope you all have understood the lesson and enjoy.
Okay, students.